We're very excited at the zoo today because we're announcing the birth of, after 15 years of waiting, one of our Chinese MUNTJAC deer, which is one of the smallest members of the deer family, and it's a little male, and it was born on May 16th.
Are these guys pretty rare?
They are. Their populations, like so many, especially smaller deer, are declining in the wild, so this is an exciting event for us. There's not a lot of these held in zoos at this point, so this is a pretty big deal. He'll most likely stay here for a few months and then probably go to another zoo.
What's the birthing process like with the deer? Does it take a year? Is it just a few months? How does that work?
It's just a few months, just like the white-tailed deer that we have native to this area. And the staff here are very observant, and they could tell that the mom was gaining weight, and they had it pretty much pinned down to within a week or two of when the baby would be born. And the mother was trying to find somewhere secretive, just like the white-tailed deer that live here. They kind of go off into a field somewhere, the deeper grass, and they determined when she was starting to go into labor. And she was born, the mother had the baby right on in the exhibit, and it was a great delivery, even though it was her first time. She was an exemplary mom and took care of the baby right away. And unlike the white-tailed deer that are local here, the males kind of are involved with the rearing process, and they guard the territory and are very interested in the baby, especially early on.
So they're very protective.
They are very protective, and whenever the mother isn't with the baby, she usually finds a safe hiding spot for it up behind a log or in the deeper grass, and puts it there. And they have some very unique communication between the mom and the baby knows to stay where the mother puts it until she comes back for it. And it could be 15 minutes, or it could be 2 hours, and then she'll come back and lick the baby and nurse it. And they're getting along really well, and they're doing a great job of raising the baby.
How will the parents react if and when the baby is transported to another zoo?
Like all of the deer species, once the babies get to be about 3/4 grown, the parents start to get a little pushy towards getting it to move away from them, and they don't spend so much time with it, they don't protect it so much, and naturally that would be the time that it would go off and become independent. They only nurse for a few weeks, and then they start eating solid foods, grass and hay and so forth. And that's a normal process. This exhibit can contain 3 or 4 animals, but really more than that would be crowded, so it'll all be part of a natural process. We'll wait for the parents to start showing that they want it to become more independent, and that's probably when we'll go ahead and intervene and move it to another zoo.
How old is Mom?
The female is, she's about 4 right now. Qatar is the mother and Walter is the father, and he's about the same age, 4 or 5 years old.
What's their lifespan, you know?
Yeah, they can live into their teens. Mid-teens is about as old as they would get.
And they're native to what region?
China and Taiwan.
What's the baby's diet like right now? Has it been weaned off the mother?
Nope, it's just starting to eat solid foods as well. It'll nibbles on the grass and watches the mother and sees what she eats. We also feed them a pelleted diet, and fruits and vegetables they eat, but it's still nursing quite frequently too. It depends mostly on the mother's milk at this point.